the National Youth Football and Cheer Association. It's time for the NYFCA on the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona. Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. Vince DeLisio here, and that is the kickstart of our NYFCA segment. And joined today by our my broadcast partner for the last couple weeks covering these games out at Arcadia High School from AZ Varsity, Mr. Eric Newman. Eric.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. We catch you off guard? Were you muted or what?
Yeah, I was muted for a second.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know when it was letting me back on.
Yeah, so we talked, it's been about a month or two about having you, come and help us with some broadcasts. You got in a little bit more than what you were expecting. You were thinking, this was just going to be some little novelty, some kids running around on the field. It's actually pretty competitive.
That's right. It's been really fun. We've seen some awesome plays, some big moments, good coaching, and a little bit of intensity. It's been a good time.
Yeah, it has. It has. And joining us on the line, we have a Jacob on the line. Jacob? Who's on the line with us? Some Eric, or Aaron? Jacob.
Vince, you making fun of me?
Oh, Jason. League. Okay, NYFCA League Director Jason Hirsch, my co-host on NYFCA TV. Jason, so thanks for joining us, and give us kind of a recap here, and meanwhile, while Eric and I are also talking about this, so the last couple weeks at the games out at Arcadia.
Yeah, it's just been great to get these teams going and start to get everyone settled in. All the divisional games are happening, and now that we have our wins and losses in the books, it's, as you guys just said, it's starting to get competitive.
Yeah. So, Eric, what's been the biggest surprise about what you've seen on the field? What's been the most pleasant surprise for you?
I think it's just that the kids are so excited to be out there. It's spring football, something novel completely. They seem to appreciate that there's the TV camera and everything like that. It's just that things have been going so smooth and everything's going so well, and they're having such a great time with it.
Well, it's serious. That's the thing, and you, when you think of Little League, you think of parents that possibly could be a little over the top, but it hasn't been that way. There's been a lot of support. NYFCA does a pretty good job of setting the expectation, I think, and I'm speaking specifically to Jason on this. The expectation when you come out, you're respectful, you manage those expectations well, and there's even passes they give you if you're allowed on the field. They don't want any unnecessary folks that shouldn't be on the field. It should just be coaches and support staff. We've got trainers out there, just in case, and making sure the kids are hydrated, and it's been beyond expectation. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. Wouldn't you say, Jason?
What I hear from the families and the feedback, I think they're really enjoying the experience and the environment, and the focus is on the athletes and the coaches. They're the ones that do the work all week, and that's where that focus should be.
So, Eric, difference between the 8-year-old kids and the 14-year-old kids in terms of what we've seen out there, because we've covered both levels, it seems like, and we'll have it again tomorrow. But what have you seen are noticeable differences with those teams?
The biggest thing is on offense. I think that we saw passes in the 8 and under, but they were mostly screens or short passes that they could run. But it's a more developed game, and that's what you expect at that level, because they're still learning how to play the game at 8. At 14, they're about to go to high school in a year, so you would expect them to be ready to play more freshman football, more developed game, and that's kind of what the biggest difference has been. But it's all about learning at that really, really young level, and you can see that they've got the fundamentals down.
Yeah, at both levels, actually. I mean,
Right.
fundamentally, very sound. And it was funny. Last week, our game MVP was a running back from one of the teams that played the Southwest Stampede, the 8-year-old level. And when we had Brittany Boyer, who's our sideline reporter on a few of these games, when she interviewed him, I mean, he was very composed. It was as if he had done this a million times before. He was very selfless, talking about his teammates and the team and practice and preparation. I mean, it was interesting. Jason, do we see this a lot with a lot of the kids out there?
No, I'm so glad you said that. I was actually down on the field, and I was just in awe with his composure. And that just goes back to how it starts at home. How he's raised, the message, the story around him, and I'm sure the program he's playing at, to focus on the team and not the individual, it's really great. And Eric, you talked about learning the game. Our special guest, Ron Sowers, and all of us, we were in the booth. We couldn't believe we were watching two 8U teams running wishbone and the pistol.
No kidding.
It was hilarious, but it was great because, it's a throwback to 50 years ago, but yet they're executing it so well. And the defense, my gosh, you talk about defense coming up and making plays with these kids. It was something to really behold. I mean, I think the future of this sport is bright, especially when you've got kids this age that are getting into it and getting into it safely. That's the other thing, is they're learning fundamentals. They're learning how to play the game the right way, and they're being allowed to play. The refs aren't controlling these games. It's the kids out there playing, doing it in a safe manner. The parents, the coaches, the staff, respectful, and it's a safe environment as well. So, Jason, what can we expect tomorrow?
We have another huge game of the week in the 8U, the Arizona Bandits and the AZ Suns. So this will be for a top spot in the division. And then we got a couple of big games coming up weeks after that. But really excited for the contest this week and seeing how things shape up. We got Firebirds and X Factor in the middle school division, which the top two teams. So that should be a battle as well.
Eric, do you have from what you've seen, favorite spot on the field, favorite position on the field? What have you seen that's been the kind of the most fun to watch?
The running backs, I think, because at both of these levels, we've seen that the running backs can really make a play. They've got speed, they can hit, but a lot of them also play on defense too, and they make plays, making interceptions, forcing fumbles, getting sacks. I think that just that speed that they need for that position really translates all over the field. So I've enjoyed seeing a lot of them play.
It's been fun for me to watch as well, particularly since the running backs tend to be the biggest kids on the field at this age, at the 8-year-old age. Linemen a little bit smaller, and you got these big, towering running backs that you just can't bring down. And you wonder, as these kids continue to grow and develop and fundamentally sound, as I was out interviewing a few of the kids, I asked them what their favorite move is, and they're out there showing me a spin move, a juke move, and they're real serious about it. It's a lot of fun. So Jason, tomorrow will be week 3. This is a 10-week season. How do you expect the season to continue to play out here?
Just a lot of fun, a lot of good competition. I think, the more that NYFCA can deliver the platform, we'll continue to elevate and level up for our tackle community. And I see we're getting great interest from other teams. We're starting to get calls from partners and sponsors and just people in the community looking to get involved, just like our buddy Robert Scoville, who came out to help us.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm just grateful to be a part of this and to be lined up with people that really care about football. They're passionate about football. And it's about putting the kids and the families, the coaches, the volunteers first.
You talk about Robert Scoville. We're going to have a chance to meet him. Tune into the show after we go off the air here at 10 a.m. on Cox 4, Phoenix 7 Tucson, HD 1004 Phoenix 1007 Tucson. But Robert Scoville was a sound technician in the music industry for years and worked for over 20 years with Tom Petty in particular, and as well as other artists. Even worked with the Van Halen brothers. That was just you guys know I'm a big Van Halen fan, and he actually told me he likes Sammy Hagar better than David Lee Roth. So he and I are in the same camp on that. But anyway, on other things. So Eric Newman, thank you so much. AZ Varsity. Eric, awesome job. Looking forward to continue to work with you. We've got a bunch of other projects coming up later in the spring and into the fall. So hopefully your schedule will allow you to join us on that. And Eric, of course, is part of his partnership with Zach Elvira and their podcast. Does a great job. Find him on Twitter. And my friend Jason Hirsch, league commissioner of the NYFCA. Jason, we'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yes, sir. Eric and Ben, we're grateful for you both. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Okay, folks, stick around. When we come back, we are going to be joined by my old friend Derek Diesner, who called the baseball game yesterday out at Saguaro High School. It'll be the SaberCat report and a big win. Head baseball coach Joe Mickey, and then hopefully we'll have student-athlete Tristan Monday calling in as well from Saguaro. We'll be back after the break with the SaberCat report. Don't go away, AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona.